What's up, everybody? It's Maisha Edmond, licensed cosmetologist in the state of New York, also a certified trichologist. Super excited to be here. I am your most favorite trichology strategist and mentor. It is Tuesday, feel like a Monday. It's the first day of school, and I don't know about you. If you don't have a newborn baby, a kindergartner that's going to school, and your children are finally out of the house here in the state of New York, I just want to shout with you. I just want to tell you that God is good. Hallelujah. No, but I am so serious. I was so proud to see those girls get on that bus, that particular bus, and get up out of my house at least for a few moments. What's going on? Quick energy check. What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? I just want to welcome you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Hey, what's going on? Super excited about today, more than the fact that it's the first day of school in my house. Amen. But I am super excited because Trichology 911 has shifted. As a matter of fact, I need a new logo, right? We have shifted and we are no longer just Trichology 911, but we are Trichology 911 reimagined. And I'm going to tell you all about that. Of course, I don't have any glasses on, so I will be squinting like I'm crazy. But I did want to just jump on, talk to you guys, spend a little time, and just kind of like tell you what I got going on and invite you to join me. A little bit of housekeeping. I am live on Trichology_911. I am live on Facebook, Maisha Edmond, Trichology 911, and I'm also live on YouTube. So if you have not yet followed me, please, please, please follow a girl on YouTube. Okay, so now that I got that out the way, just to let you know, Trichology 911 case studies, the fall cohort is starting on Monday. It is starting on Monday. I need you to register. Not only do I need you to register, you might want to register. No, matter of fact, I know you want to register. You probably playing with it in your mind. You running the numbers. That's okay. Because if you need Afterpay, reach out to me. I'll send you the link for that. Because Acuity, my booking site, no longer supports Afterpay. So although it is available, it's not available on Square. No, Square is available, but it's not available on Afterpay. So I have to give you the link, but I want you to join. I want you to get in here and get this. It's not a regular case studies. Usually I do general, which is amazing, right? Because I go over different things. But this particular case studies is for hormonal hair loss and scalp maladies in Black women. So if you are a trichologist and a healthy hair care stylist, but mainly a trichologist, and you are taking care of women that have hormonal hair loss, I want you to join me because you're starting to see a lot of women to come into your clinic. They're reaching out about hair loss and they are 40 and up. They don't know what's going on. There are changes going on in their bodies. Some have fibroids, some have PCOS. Imbalance hormones, things are out of whack, and they are asking you to help them grow their hair back or help them to kind of make sense of what's going on in their scalp, and you have no idea. Why don't you have an idea? Because in trichology school, and I love the program that I did, but in trichology school, they don't teach you everything that you need to know. That's why I created the business behind the business of trichology and created Trichology 911. But also they do not teach you specifically what we need to do to care for Black women. And if you looked at hair loss as a totem pole, the order would be white men, white women, Black men, and then Black women. And so if you have a demographic, you serve a demographic that is made up of primarily, and some of us only, Black women that come to receive your services, not to pigeonhole you, but just the truth of the matter, then you need to know how to take care of Black women that may have hormonal hair loss and scalp maladies, okay? And so this course is not just about learning, right? It's about becoming the stylist, trichologist that your clients can fully trust when hair loss begins to show up. That's what it's about. Can I fully trust you? Are you just going to sell me a product? Are you just going to get me in a payment plan and, pat my head and give me a little derma roller and a little micro needling and push me along my way? Or are you going to be someone that I can fully trust and that I know that understands what Black women go through with hormonal hair loss and scalp maladies? And I know for a fact that I did not learn that. I had to learn it on my own. I had to literally dig deep and train myself, right? So I want to invite you to register for the course today, right? Because you go from guessing to knowing the root cause of that hormonal thing that's going on. You'll know how to pinpoint it, right? And you're going to stop feeling nervous when complex cases come, right? And you're going to start feeling very confident. So you want to make sure that you're getting that. Also, you'll stop losing clients because you don't know what to say. You don't know what to say. Because, okay, this looks like traction alopecia, but we know that traction alopecia and hormonal hair loss often look the same, right? They get that thick band around the perimeter of the head, and you're saying, oh, it's because she wears wigs, but what if she doesn't and she still has that? Oh, she's wearing her ponytail too tight, but what if she wears her hair out, right? So it's very important that we get that together. I have some notes here. Just want to make sure that I stay on point. Listen, if you are able to share, please share this live. Please, please, please share my live. Share it. So I want you to think about something. I want you to think about being behind the chair and a client sits down and she's clearly distressed, like she's messed up because her edges have been thinning for months, right? And you know how to style around it, but deep down you feel a knot in your stomach, right? Because you don't really know what's causing the issue, right? Have you ever had that? I've had just recently when I put up Trisha, I've had people say, well, what you got new? What's going on in Trichology 911? And I said, well, what are your issues? And they started saying, well, listen, it is hormonal hair loss. Like, I don't know what to do. So if you had that issue, that scenario where someone has come and sit down in your chair and then like you're nervous because they say all the things, they say PCOS, they say fibroids, they say all the things that would lead to hormonal hair loss, right? This is where most stylists stop, but this is honestly where most trichologists, Black trichologists, stop. Yeah. And if you're not a Black trichologist and you're servicing Black women, right, you do yourself a disservice by treating everybody like what it says in the box. And I tell my mentees and students all the time, you can never treat anyone with hair loss, for the most part, out of the box, especially if you have a demographic that you're serving that is made up of Black women, right? And so imagine not stopping, but imagine instead being able to calmly say, I know exactly what's happening here, and I can walk you through what's going on with your scalp, and then give them comprehensive treatment or to address it, because right, and and help them. That moment right there is going to change everything. Not just for her confidence, but for your credibility. I recently had a client to come in and I know that she's like extremely stressed, right? Extremely stressed. And I did a few tweaks because I know what I'm doing, right? I did a few tweaks. And when she came in, she was like I literally took pictures. Like, she made me a post on Black Long Island, actually, because I live in Long Island. And she said, Maisha, I have not been able to grow hair in 5 years. 5 years. And with her doing a DIY with support, she's not even coming in every week. She comes in once a month. But the things that I was able to do, because I understand where she was, her age, any hormones, all those things. I was literally able to pull that thing together, and we got results almost immediately, which I don't ever promise. I don't promise, hey, as soon as I touch your head, this is it, right? Or you do this and this is it. But imagine being able to give clients just things that they can do where they can honestly get results. They can get results, right? So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Once again, I am opening up registration. I've opened up registration for Trichology 911 case studies. And this cohort is starting on Monday. You will actually register before the weekend. You're going to get your email. You're going to get access to this new tool that I built. I built it. If you ask my kids and my husband, they're like, this woman was going crazy. Okay. I was coding and I was, CSS and HTML and, JSON. I was doing all the things, right? But what I have done was I was able to create digitally what I have been selling physically. So it is the treatment plan template. It is blood work. It is nutrition assessment. You put all those things in, answer all those questions, and literally it spits out a protocol and treatment plan for you, and not just for a general thing. I programmed it where it can give you a 4-week, 6-week, 8-week, 12-week, and even an extended 16-week. Absolutely amazing. So you'll get to play with that during case studies. And then if you'd like to, you can upgrade and go ahead and buy the full thing. You can buy the full thing, take my logo off of it, put your brand colors on it, and just it'll be yours, right? And then if you want to, you can pay the maintenance fee, which is yearly, and you'll get all the upgrades. But if not, play with it in case studies. It is absolutely amazing. So you want to be able to not only boost the confidence of the people that you're serving, but it also boosts your credibility. It boosts your credibility. So that's really, really big. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I forgot. But I want you to go ahead and ask me any questions. And then I have some questions for you guys too. One of my questions though is, have you ever had a client open up about hair loss and you didn't feel 100% sure how to respond? Have you ever, where my juice at? Have you ever had a client come to you and about their hair loss and you did not know how to respond? You didn't know what to say. You didn't know what was going on. You didn't know, but it was like, oh my gosh. And you never want to be in a place where you're turning people away because you don't know, or you have to turn them away because you don't know, but you're taking them because you need the money. Because that's not integral. That's not integral, right? So I want you to be able to position yourself as a go-to expert in the trichology community. Now, you would think that a person that is a trichologist is a go-to person, right? Oh yeah, I can go to them. They're expert in, but not everybody is that. I have had people to come to me and say, wow, you're a trichologist. I went to a trichologist, but they didn't do this. They didn't have this. And listen, everybody does it differently. But some of the core things that you should be doing, some of the core knowledge that you should have, they did not. And so that's really important to understand, that you want to be a go-to expert in your community and amongst other trichologists, because not everybody is investing in themselves. Not everybody is getting the classes and the courses that they need. And you have got to be somebody to do that, right? You want to be able to turn your hair loss challenges into opportunities to better serve people, right? Because there will be people that say, well, I am a trichologist. I'm a stylist first. I am a trichologist. There's nothing we could do. And then I send you on your way. You will never know the joy of seeing a client. My client came in and she was wearing like her bun or whatever. She had a little bun on. It was real, real cute. And after working with me and me being able to infuse some expertise into her everyday living, for her to move her ponytail, her bun, from the top of her head where her hair loss was to a side part that was fully covered, and then a bun to the side in the back. That's not big to you, right? Because everybody thinks that it's just hair, right? But it's only just hair, and only, and only just a little shedding or hair loss until it's you and you can't grow your hair back and you don't know what to do. But imagine being somebody that took all these fancy pictures in your lab coat, went to school, logged into all kind of portals, paid all kind of money, and can't help nobody. And the best thing you can do is say, you can be in my treatment program. That's crazy, right? Also, you want to do this. I want you to join because I want you to gain tools to separate you from just another trichologist. Because you're not that. You're not that. You're not just another trichologist. You're not just somebody that found a course and it was 3 days. And what if you are? What if you somebody that said, "Oh, I didn't know what to pick, so I chose this." And it was 3 days, and right now, before I say you ain't no real trichologist, da 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 da, right? But let's just say you started where you could. You still need information that is going to help you. So when you do find the proper program, the proper mentor, the proper coach, right, that's going to get you where you need to be fully, right? You still want to gather some things along the way. Don't you think that being able to help Black women with hair loss due to hormonal issues is going to be an asset to your practice and to yourself, right? Where you're not leaning solely on gimmicks, right? Does the product smell minty? Is the bottle pretty? Is everybody using it? Does your client need it is the question, right? You want to be able to build trust faster with your clients. Well, how do you do that? You build trust with them because of the information that you know, right? But you able to build that trust when they're facing sensitive issues, like, because when you look at it, right, it's not just hair loss. All dandruff is not created equally, but guess what? All hormonal issues do not react and are not created equally as well, right? So that's really, really big. Maybe you have a client that's had a hysterectomy. Maybe you had a client that that's postpartum, right? It's still hormonal. So what are we doing? Maybe you have someone that's neither one and they're not over 40, but they are on Mirena. Or maybe they're taking a different type of birth control. So what are you going to do? When you think about it, you could just say, "Oh, it's just hair loss. I can do this, I can do that. This usually works." But what about the thing you cannot see? You cannot readily see hormones. You can see that a person's nutrition is jacked up, right? You can see that they are overusing their hot tools and that they are over processing their hair, right? And that they may have scarring on their scalp. You can see those things, but hormones you cannot see. So you have to have that toolbox of knowledge for that, right? Also, you want to be able to change your consultations into breakthrough moments. And that's one of the things I really love, because you being able to say to this client or this potential client, okay, so you have ABC and going on, ABCD going on, but what about this? And do you feel like this? And you feel like that? Why? Because you're able to not rehearse, but just kind of like give them back, like, okay, well, these are the characteristics of this type of thing. So when I say it, they're like, yes, yes, and then you're connecting, right? Because it does give a sense of hope. And we're not out here just, selling stuff, right? But trust and believe, you're going to get results. You are absolutely going to get results. I have another question. I want you to drop a yes in the comment. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on YouTube. But drop a yes in the chat if you've ever wished you had a step-by-step process for these situations that I talked about. If you wish you had a step-by-step, this is what I do, this is what I use, this is how I do it, this is how long I do it, And if it doesn't work, this is how I reset. Go ahead, put a yes in the comments. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. Okay. All right. So if that's you, then you definitely need to register for Trichology 911 case studies fall cohort. Literally have dedicated this entire session to hormonal hair loss and scalp maladies in Black women. So I had this trichologist to tell me this, that before she learned this course, what I'm teaching, because I did teach it privately first, that clients with hair loss, with hormonal hair loss, would quietly just like kind of like stop coming because they felt like nobody understood what they were saying. They didn't understand what they were going through. But after she gained the tools, one of her clients with hormonal shedding, she not only stayed, but she referred other women, 3 other women to be exact. 3 other women. Hey, Shanette, how are you enjoying Trisha? So she was able to refer 3 other women who were struggling with hormonal hair loss. And that's the difference. When you solve the deeper problem, loyalty and referrals just flow naturally. When you're able to solve a deeper problem. Because I do hear a lot of, so now it's September, right? I do hear a lot of, oh, a lot of people don't come, because it is awesome. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for supporting. Oh, a lot of people don't come because it's summer, or a lot of people don't come because school started back, and a lot of people don't come because it's almost Christmas. A lot of people don't come because it's the new year. A lot of people don't come because it's Valentine's Day. Then that means that nobody's coming. But when you're able to solve a deeper problem, loyalty and referrals are going to flow naturally. So this is my thing. And it's just a question. And I'm going to just throw it out here. Why have you not registered for Trichology 911 case studies fall cohort, right? You have got to understand that you're going to see people that come in with hormonal hair loss and scalp maladies, and you got to be able to help them. You got to be able to help them. Again, just a point of reference. You can go to the link in my bio on Instagram in Trichology_911. Click the link in the bio. It is flashing, and you can get that. If you want to use Afterpay, go ahead and shoot me an inbox, and I'm going to send you the link for the Afterpay so that you can break that up. Okay, so definitely do that. Have y'all seen Trisha? Y'all saw her new commercial, how she was telling y'all to sign up. Ain't that cute? So also, when you join this amazing cohort that is starting on Monday. Okay, so let me just tell you the breakdown, right? So you sign up today, you'll start to get your emails, and then on Sunday morning, you will be given your case studies, right? There'll be 2 case studies, all the information you'll be in there. You get to play around with the new tool that I built on my website. It is absolutely amazing. Also for sale for those that want to upgrade. And then on Thursday night at 7:30 for the next 4 weeks after. So next week, and then going all the way to October 2nd, we will be talking about debating, getting strategy, getting protocol, getting treatment plans for hormonal hair loss. You also are going to have access to my slide deck. And this slide deck is not even a part of the of case studies, but because I am rolling out this case studies, you get it. It's actually for a class that I am launching in a few months. But you get access to the slide deck. You get to see what I'm talking about. Part 1 of that slide deck is over 40 slides of all, not just information, proven information that is going to change the trajectory of your practice, whether you are online or you are in person. And so that's really big, right? And I want you to be able to add value to your clients immediately. I want them to feel validated immediately. When they leave you, they're like, okay, this is what I needed. So this is definitely the cohort that you want to be a part of. And because I have not ever not generalized, because I wanted to help everybody to kind of move their practice forward, I really have to tell you, I have to leave all that behind. With Trichology 911 Reimagined, I'm really focusing on the people that really are like, okay, I'm going to do this. I want to change lives. And guess what? It's a business. I want to make money. All of those things, right? And so that's really, really big. Also, I want you to be able to move from overwhelm to having a repeatable process. And that's the whole point of having like templates or having like the tool that I built, right? A repeatable process. The client comes in, there's onboarding. This is what they do. These are the measures that I take. These are the analysis that I do. Once I pinpoint that they have hormonal hair loss or something that is related to hormones. And this is not the only cohort that I would do, but like just keeping it on topic. Okay, it's hormonal, they got PCOS, da 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 da. Then I can use a repeatable process, not because hair loss is cookie cutter, because it's not, but because I know that I can do these things specific to hair loss as it relates to hormones, and I'm going to get results. Right? I'm not going to keep bumping my head and spending money on products or sending my clients to spend money on products. I'm not going to allow my clients to continue to buy stuff because a celebrity created it and it had nothing to do with what they need. I remember in 2020, I was at a conference, and in the conference, I was with a friend, and we did a segment for Trichology for hair loss. And the room was full. It was like a stadium style, kind of like auditorium style. I don't want to say stadium because, you know, y'all gonna think I'm famous and I'm not. No. But it was like, you know, like not auditorium, but you know, like, what is that called? When the people are sitting in it, I don't know, child. But anyway, they were sitting, and I did a survey, and I asked, you know, how many women were over the age of 30? Raise their hand. How many over the age of 40? Raise their hand. How many over the age of 50? Raise their hand. And then I asked about, you know, how do you feel when you leave the salon? How do you feel? Like, let's talk about that outside of, okay, there's this hairstyle that I really didn't want, but I had to get it because I have hair loss, and they didn't know what to do. And then I went to somebody who said they were a trichologist, but I didn't get any results. Right? Now, sometimes, let's be honest, people not listening. They're not doing the thing that you told them to do. But a lot of times, you don't know what to tell the person. And that's big. That's really, really big, right? It's huge. So I want to make sure that we are properly equipped. I want to make sure that we are properly equipped. Run to, I don't mind if you leave the live, I'll just keep talking. Run to the link in my bio. And if you say, Maisha, I need Afterpay because I want to make sure I get in and I want to spread out my payments, hit me in my inbox. I'm going to send you the link. You're going to sign up. You're going to start to get your emails, and we're going to go forward. Okay. I also want you to be able to turn your client struggles into your specialty. Right? I'm always giving strategy about the type of trichologist that you could be and that you should be. And a lot of times you have to look at what is your strong suit, what is that thing that you enjoy solving the most, and let that be your specialty. Hold on, let me fix this thing. Okay. Okay. Let that be your specialty. Right? So you want to be able to do those types of things. Whatever that issue is, you want to be like, okay, well, I specialize in that. I'm able to help clients with this issue. That's going to be really, really big for the clientele that you will have. Right? I want you to be able to charge premium prices because of your expertise. Not just out here talking about, I'm a trichologist, I'll wear a lab coat. That'll be $1,500. That'll be $3,800. right? But are you able to honestly say that you have expertise, that you're absolutely able to help clients to get to where they need to be? That's going to be a really, really big thing. I have another question. When you think about hormonal hair loss, what's the first challenge that comes in mind? What comes to mind? What's the first challenge that comes to mind when it comes to hormonal hair loss? Because that's what's that big thing that comes to mind when you are thinking about hormonal hair loss? So this course is not just about information, it's about identity. Now this is going to be the kicker. It's not just about information, it's about identity. One of the biggest shifts I've seen in trichologists, going from, I'm a new trichologist and I just, I do this, to I help women to heal. That is one of the biggest transformations, that they went from, I'm a trichologist and, come get a treatment plan. That identity that I will, you will be able to help people to heal. Diana says, will it ever grow back? It really depends on the type of hair loss that you have, right? So if your hormones are out of whack, sometimes just balancing hormones and getting yourself together in that way will help you to get hair back. Now, I will say, like, listen, we looking for, 7-year-old hair, right? We looking for when I was 15. Oh, black people, before my mama permed my hair kind of hair, right? And you might not get that, but you will begin to see some really, really major changes, because you're making life changes once you start to adjust how you eat and what you eat, and using the right products and balancing and looking at where you're deficient as it relates to vitamins and minerals, and looking at blood work and seeing exactly what is needed in those areas. You could definitely, possibly see some growth and some change, right? So when you can sit across from, and this is for trichologists, when you can sit across from a black woman dealing with hormonal hair loss and guide them with clarity, you're no longer just offering a service. Come on, that's big. That's big. When you can honestly sit across from a black woman who is dealing with hormonal hair loss, you are not just offering them a service. When you're guiding them with clarity, right? You're offering hope. And this is the level that Trichology 911 case studies is designed to unlock. I want you to be able to offer hope and to guide with clarity and to help with identity. It's not just I'm talking about your identity as you learn new information. It's not just information, it helps you to shift in your identity, because you're able to understand that once I apply this and once I just kind of put this in my repertoire, I'm not just regurgitating some things, but I'm able to help clients to really get the results that they need and that they want, right? Because it's not so much that, oh, you just gonna have hair loss because you old, or your hair don't grow because you black. And I'm going to be really dedicating my cohorts to things that are relatable to me. Somebody asked me when I was creating, I have a new book coming out that is about this. And they asked me, they said, well, why does it have to be specifically or especially for Black women? Don't all women go through hormonal issues? And they do. And they do. But I'm a Black woman. And I've not seen answers that are viable to me. And so being in the space of being a trichologist, helping and training other trichologists, you know, writing books and creating courses and just filling in gaps that are not being filled in the trichology space. Yes, I have to create a course. Yes, I have to write books. Yes, I have to give information that's going to help Black women, because like I said, if trichology or if hair loss was a totem pole, it would be white men, white women, Black men, and then Black women as far as solutions are concerned. And a lot of the products that you're seeing that are for hair growth, you know, yes, they you know, you go to get the essential oils and you get it, and all that stuff is great, right? But what happens is it stops there. It stops with, oh, it got 17 essential oils and it got nettle and this kind of root and this kind of this and that. Very good. But what do I do about hormonal hair loss? What do I do when somebody comes in and sits across from me in a consultation and I don't know what they need? And the problem, hey, thank you, Leah. And the problem is that a lot of trichologists, because we jumped on the bandwagon of being a trichologist, we want the money, but we're not giving the solutions. I'm talking about training an army of trichologists that know that they not only want to have information, but they want to shift their identity. They want to be able to help people that come in and sit in their clinics, in their salons, and get results. And that's the level of service that I want you to be able to provide. I have another question. How many of you have had clients stop coming back and deep down you wondered if it was because of their hair loss and your lack of being able to help them? I know trichologists that have said, I've been working with this, but I know what I'm doing. And I don't know why she stopped coming. And a lot of it is that we will provide promises that are not realistic. Right? Girl, give me 2 weeks. Girl, give me 2 months. You're going to have your hair back. We going to da-da-da-da. So sometimes it's that. And then sometimes they're doing everything that you said. They're believing everything that you said. They purchased everything that you said. They came in for every treatment. And the problem is that there's a gap. You understand trichology, you know the science, but you don't know this. And sometimes it's because of who you learned from. Sometimes it's because we did not dig deep enough to get the information that we need. And so I have scoured. I have done it. I'm getting results, and I want you to get results as well. If you leave this live, I will not be offended. Go to the link in my bio, register for the class. If you are saying, Maisha, I want to do it, I can't do it all at once, I need Afterpay, no problem. Just tell me that, and I will send you the link for Afterpay because it's not working on the platform, the payment platform that I use. I want you to understand this. Let's look at this. There are, certain features in this particular course, right? Case studies is the fall cohort, and it is hormonal hair loss and scalp maladies in Black women, right? So I'm going to teach the case studies, right? So we're not just talking about theory. We're walking through real clients. We're walking through real clients. That's what these case studies are. I'm going to be doing live teaching, right? So you'll be able to ask your questions in real time. Ask your questions in real time. And then the cohort focus, right? So this group is diving into the hormonal hair loss in Black women, and it's timely and it is necessary. Every day is somebody's birthday. It's somebody's birthdays, right? Every day. Every day there's some woman saying, oh, this is different about me. You already going through all this stuff in your body and then your hair go crazy? and you don't have any answers, you got a dope stylist and you buying the products and you got your satin pillowcase and you got your satin cap and all the other stuff and what's going on. So then they come to you. They come to you and it's like, oh. So here's another question. They say, hey, oh, well, Maisha, I'm not a trichologist yet. You probably still need this information. I don't even know if I should say it. I'm going to tell you this, like I've told so many people that have joined me for Trichology 911 Foundations. And that is a class that I give that kind of like gives an intro to trichology. If you are a licensed cosmetologist, you have pretty much put your hands on trichology information that has just not been grown. It has not been expanded for you. This is just another lane, an extension that you can grow into what you want. So don't feel like, oh, well, I'm not a trichologist, I shouldn't take this. No, you should. If you have women that are having babies, if you have women, that have had children and there's like postpartum, their bodies are changing, their hormones are changing, women are turning 40, 50, women are getting hysterectomies. You need this course. You need it. You need to have that healthy dialogue. You need to be able to be in the room, in the virtual rooms, and just break down and be like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing. Or I'm getting results, I don't know what to charge. Or these are the products, but what's the active ingredient? What do I need? That's where you need to be. That's where you need to be. You need to become a part of a movement of trichologists that are changing the standard of care. I am so tired of hearing about trichologists running off on the plug. Was that hood? Is that a little bit hood? People trying to get over. I'm tired of that. I tell this to my kids all the time. Shout out to my kids whose first day of school is today. Thank you, Jesus, they out of my house. But I tell them this. If something is a skill, you can learn it. If you can learn it, then you can master it. And if you can master it, you can dominate. So what is the reason as to why you don't have knowledge on how to help a Black woman that has hormonal hair loss and scalp issues? And we see it all the time. You mean to tell me your everybody that you see is 18? Everybody you see don't have no kids. Every woman that you see don't have no hormones. You need this, and this is needed. You are going to be able to shift your confidence, not just in your craft, but in your business future. And that's what I'm super excited about too. Because if you've ever been in any of my classes, it's never just the information and that's it. We sit in there and we're going to talk about your business. We're going to talk about how you're going to change it, how you're going to position yourself, how you're going to show up. And I need you to show up. I need you to show up. I need you to stop like you're missing something. I'm missing something. I don't know what it is. I remember feeling like that. Being a new trichologist, didn't have anybody to reach out to. Everybody was holding their information to their chest. Right? I just want to ask one question. I just wanted to know one thing. It's like, oh, you can't sit with us. And even paying for classes and you get there and you still treat it like, we don't know her. And you just trying to help people. I can't help every woman in the entire world with hair loss, let alone hormonal issues. But what if it's a movement and we all can learn and go out and help? And if there's more questions, you come back and say, hey, Maisha, this is what I saw. Then I'm out here building tools. Sign up and get Trisha. Y'all saw my AI, my GPT. Her name is Trichology GPT. I've literally uploaded my teachings, things that I have written, notes, case studies, everything. Like, she is dope. Get her. You could go in there and just start, hey, what do I do with this? Give me a revenue plan for my trichology practice. What do I do with that? It's like having me 2.0, like, and better. So I want you to be able to shift your own confidence, not just in the craft. It's more than just the craft, but also in your future business. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. So the class starts on Monday. I need you to sign up today. If you don't sign up today, you should do it before Friday. I don't know like how the if Marcus, y'all know Marcus, but if he how he set up the emails. But I want you to be able to get all the information, all the emails, get your login, all that other stuff. You're going to get, like I said, to play around with my assessment tool that I've built. So if you have experienced the trichology treatment plan templates, I have built that 2.0. Right? I have been in here in the lab. Okay. I have literally put it digitally. It also does your blood. You could put in your blood work levels, all the things, nutrition, any diet restrictions, and it's gonna calculate all those things that we do in a consultation. This is literally like takes the guesswork out of your consultation. You can upload this, have access to it on your iPad, on your phone. Click it. Okay, do you have this? You have this. Okay, scarring. Okay, what are your goals? Blah blah blah. Click get an assessment. It will calculate everything. Give you an assessment, and then you can decide what is the plan duration. Is it 4, 6, 8, 12, or 16 weeks? You can print it out. You can email it. So I got Trisha, I got the assessment tool, all the things, right? Okay, so I want you, doors are closing on Sunday. They do close on Sunday. So tell a neighbor, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell somebody. If you got somebody that you're going to and you're like, I just need you to know this because this is what I'm going through and I got PCOS and I just want you to have the answers so that you can help me. I don't want to leave you. I just want you to help me. I love everything else you do, but I think you need this information. Send them this way, right? So if you have been waiting for the moment to step into this level of expertise, this is it. This is it. Go to the link in my bio. Go to the link in my bio and sign up. It is the big flashing button. Sign up. If you need Afterpay, hit me in the inbox. Let me know so that I can get you that information. I have one more question and I'm going to get out of your face, okay? Because I need to go do something because my children are in school today. Hallelujah. What would it do for your business if you became the trichologist that everyone trusted through these tough cases? What would it do to be needed and not just wanted? What would it do? What would it do for your business to be able to be there for clients, but also to show up for yourself, knowing that you did not just take a class and waste money, but that you expanded? I'm excited to help facilitate that change and that shift in you. Okay? I'm coming back because I'm passionate about this. I'm coming back. I'm going live again tonight because I need y'all to be in the room. I cannot wait to connect with new trichologists, improving trichologists that want to do something else. If you just joining, jump on the replay, see what it is. Again, if you need Afterpay, it is available. If you need something else, I got that too. If you need a different kind of treatment plan, payment plan, I have that too. So I just want you in the room. I need you in this space because I cannot help everybody by myself. I can't. I want to. I cannot. It is not physically possible. It's not physically possible. I want you to join a movement, Trichology 911 Reimagined, where trichology, AI, consulting, expertise, science, and experience collide. Okay? I can't wait to see you guys. I'm going to be looking for you, and I'll be back tonight too. All right? Have a great day today. Happy hair growing, and let's get registered. All right? All right.